Hey everybody, it's Sarah, and today I am really excited. Happy excited and nervous excited. This is a segment I like to call Comic Couples, and it's where I talk about and bring information to comic couples in history that, well, for one thing, that I actually know a lot about. I will not be doing a segment on comic book couples that I do not know about. I want to make sure that I'm presenting this information correctly and accurately. So, today's comic book couple, I am doing the Joker and Harley Quinn. Now, I'm choosing them today because, for one thing, they're extremely popular in the media nowadays, but also, Harley and Joker are, to an extent, what introduced me into comics in the first place. And I know I've said in a previous video that Marvel is my first comic love, it is my favorite, but I really got into comics through watching Cartoon Network, and which had some of those great shows like Static Shock, the Justice League Unlimited, and of course eventually Batman the Animated Series. So it only seems right that I start with the two that really started me into the comic world. So, as I focus on the Joker and Harley Quinn today, I want to make it clear that I will only be focusing on what is canon. I know some people love multiverses and Elseworld. Hey, even I really enjoy the Legend of the Dark Knight 100-page super spectacular called Dr. Quinn's Diagnosis that has some amazing just Harley facts in there, but it is not canon, so it cannot be as credited as official. So, let us get started. All right. First thing to know about Harley Quinn is that she was created by Paul Dini, the amazing DC writer, and his buddy, Bruce Timm. Now, I understand Bruce Timm is a very talented creator and animator to an extent. However, throughout the years lately, he has basically been turning a lot of his female characters just into glorified sex objects. And I do not like what he has done within the Batman animated canon recently, and just also Harley herself, if that makes sense. Just how he's been portraying her in his films and whatnot. So I want to very much focus on what Paul Dini has done. Although I will give Bruce Timm credit that he has very much helped shape Harley's amazing, rich backstory. Now, I know I did say that I'd be focusing on canon, but we can't really talk about Harley without the fact that she was created for an animated TV series. That's how she got her start. She first appeared in the Batman the Animated Series episode titled Joker's Favor, September 11th, 1992. Now, she was designed to be a one-off character, just a henchwoman of the Joker, if you will.
It is to laugh, huh, Mr. J?
I ask you, Harley, who's given more hours of amusement to the Gotham police force than me?
No one, Mr. J.
But she became so popular that she was eventually integrated into the comics. She was partially based on Paul Dini's friend Arlene Sorkin because he saw her in a TV show called Days of Our Lives where she was playing a jester character, and he decided to take part of that performance and take the actress herself and use her voice to bring Harley to life. And she did so for many years before retiring from the character. Let me be clear before I move on. The Joker and Harley Quinn are fictional characters. I in no way support domestic abuse in real life. The Joker and Harley Quinn are fictional characters. They are not real. Domestic abuse is in no way acceptable in real life. All right? Okay, we can move on now. Now, as much as several of us really enjoy Paul Dini's Mad Love comic, it's more connected to the Batman the Animated Series that took place in the 90s. However, he did get to write Harley's origin story for DC continuity in Batman Harley Quinn #1, and several of the facts are still the same. She is a doctor working at Arkham. She does fall in love with Joker. She does help him escape, where she is later committed herself after the higher-ups and Arkham find out that she helped him escape, and she ends up escaping herself, joining Joker and his gang, and they become a crime duo. Now, in Harley Quinn, Preludes, and Knock Knock Jokes, we find out more about her time in Arkham and what led up to that. So, most of us assumed that it was Joker who created Harley's crime name, Harley Quinn, but we find out that it was actually her herself. Now, before Harley began her time at Arkham, she had a boyfriend who she was in love with. And this boyfriend was very interested in the Joker, thought he was very funny, and he takes this drug unknowingly, and it messes with his mind, and he ends up dying. I won't tell you how, I'm just giving you a small important detail here. So at the time of his death, Harley takes her boyfriend's interest in the Joker, and it becomes a sort of obsession of hers, and that's what starts her obsession and interest into the Joker. Now, when she joined the staff at Arkham and she began her sessions with him, one of the first things she said to him was that he could call her Harley Quinn, which Joker began laughing and asking if she was flirting with him. He then proceeded to try to murder her as he began choking her. But he couldn't bring himself to do it, as she looked up at him adoringly with love in her eyes. And as he saw this woman he was killing looking up with him at love, he couldn't do it. He had never, ever had this experience before, where a woman who should be fearing him and begging for her life and just terrified, looking at him with just such acceptance and love. He let her go. Now, how crazy is that? But it is a truly interesting thing. For once the Joker was confused, it did not know what to do. Now, these are amazing origins for Harley. It was her decision to become Harley Quinn. She had her love, she had her obsession with the Joker. She seduced him just as much as he seduced her. Unlike the New 52, where I have so many problems with the New 52. In the New 52, they are trying to portray Harley as this powerful female character, when it was the Joker that forced her to become Harley Quinn. That is not female empowerment. Female empowerment is her origins. She knew how dangerous the Joker was. She knew who she was loving, and she made that choice to become a criminal, to do horrible things, to be with the man she loves. That was her choice. So much better than the New 52. Choosing to become Harley Quinn, being forced to become Harley Quinn. Which is more powerful for females? It wouldn't be Joker and Harley without abuse and violence. And, of course, this abuse is a way of controlling Harley, keeping her down. But stay with me here. This abuse is a love language to Joker. Now, I know how crazy that sounds, but if you look at the comics, when Harley in turn abuses Joker back, he's smiling, he's happy, he's thrilled. He gets off, not only on inflicting pain on her, but her inflicting pain on him. He loves it, he enjoys it, he becomes aroused when she hurts him as well. It's messed up, but it also explains the violent behavior that they have with each other, why Joker enjoys hurting her. The Joker is a control freak, this we know. Anyone who tries to change his plan, his ideas, or come between him and Harley is in trouble, let's be honest. Probably one of the reasons he really despises Poison Ivy. Anyway, during the Batman Detective comic story arc, No Man's Land, there is a two-parter called The Code. I very much recommend it. It definitely explores an interesting take on Joker and Harley during this time. Harley decides that she's going to take the advice from this romance book on how to keep men interested in you and how to manipulate them, and it works on Joker. He becomes more attracted to her and even declares he's going to marry her. But during this time, there's a new man in Joker's gang who becomes very infatuated with Harley and decides he's going to seduce her away from the Joker. Now, the Joker does not like feeling like he's been made the fool, that this man he's allowed to live and join his gang is insulting him and trying to steal Harley away from him, and of course, he kills this guy. I'm not going to say how, it's just done in a very Joker way. It makes total sense, but he does not like to share Harley at all. So this is explored furthermore in the Harley Quinn series. Now, we know that the Harley Quinn series isn't strict continuity, but it is very much affected by what goes on in the canon. So this is why I'm including this here, because they are linked. In Joker Loves Harley, it's still been established that the Joker and Harley are done. They're no longer a couple, but the Joker begins to send Harley these romantic gifts, and then we find out that during this time he has been helping a man named Edwin have a very drastic makeover to look like the Joker himself, because Edwin wants to fool Harley into thinking that he is the Joker and have her for himself. Now, the Joker allows Edwin to do this because he knows that Harley will in turn kill him, because he knows that this man will not be able to fool Harley and he will get rid of his competition. Now, during this time, by him not only sending Harley these romantic gifts and sending this man he knows Harley will kill, but he doesn't even have to be there. By doing these things, he is still in Harley's life. She has said that she wants nothing to do with him anymore, that they're done, but he is still connected to her. And as much as she may want to be rid of him, as much as she despises him, she has herself said that there is a part of her that wants to love him. She loves him and she hates him at the same time. She both wants to kill him and to love him at the same time. So it's a very complex, dysfunctional, horrible relationship. Finally, I'd like to talk about the emotional effects that the Joker and Harley do have on each other. During the Batman Harley Quinn that I talked about, where Paul Dini wrote Harley's origins again, the Joker sends Harley off in a rocket hoping to kill her. And his reasons behind it is the fact that she has brought out these loving emotions in him that he hasn't felt in so long. And these emotions are a distraction. They are getting between him becoming the crime lord of Gotham. His love for her is just a distraction. He has to be rid of it. Therefore, he has to be rid of her. So this shows that he does love her, and it is very dangerous to him, and he cannot have that. Also, in the Harley Quinn Vengeance Unlimited, we find out that the Joker again becomes jealous when Harley seems to be dating this man under an alias, and Joker thinks it's not a real relationship. He definitely thinks that she's using him, but he does bring up the point that this man will never know Harley's deepest desires, her thoughts, her interests in the way that he does. And he knows the worst parts of her, the smallest things that bring her joy. And she admits that, no, this man that she has doesn't know these things, and that it truly is the Joker that knows her best. Last year, Paul Dini decided to begin writing about Joker and Harley again. He did a very small two-parter comic, and it shows Joker and Harley in their early years of crime. And as Harley is sitting next to Joker sleepily, and she's beginning to nod off, we see a very more tender side of Joker. And he uses her last name. He's usually just calling her Quinn. He does, in fact, use her last name, Quinzel, as he speaks to her. And he says, "I never imagined there'd be anyone like you in my life, Harley Quinzel. I don't know if I'll ever have the nerve to say this again, but I truly," and before he can say the words, "care about you, I'm glad you're in my life, I love you," we don't know what he was about to say, Harley falls asleep on him. It's very sweet, though. It's very cute, and he tenderly tucks her in. And we don't know what he was going to say, but it's very heavily implied it was going to be something very kind and sweet. And the thing is, a lot of people know Joker as the laughing maniac, the violent villain, and whatnot. And he, of course, he is these things. But these sweet moments from him, and even the more brutal ones, to be honest, Arlene Sorkin says it best when she says, "Everyone else sees the Joker laugh, only Harley has ever seen him cry." The Joker and Harley are two of comics' most insane, crazy, violent, but passionate couples you'll ever get. And I'm going to leave the details on the comics and the shows that I referenced in the description below. So enjoy. I hope you enjoyed this. I'll try to get another one of these out soon. All right, have a great day.